Welcome back to the Viking Voice podcast, where our goal is to give students a voice. I'm your host, Carson Carroll, here with Braden Cotson.
Hello.
And our guest here, Mason Bailey.
Howdy do.
All right. Well, today, guys, we are looking at ESPN's list for the top 60 hardest sports. But at the end of this episode, we will be giving each of us, me, Mason, and Carson, will give our own top 5 sports, or top 5 hardest sports. But first, we're going to look at this list to kind of get a better understanding of why they listed these sports where they're at. First I'm going to read the top 10. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom of the list and read the last 10, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I want to hear you guys' opinion after I read this.
All right.
Don't say anything right now.
Alrighty.
Kind of just get it. So first, let me say what this is like ranked off of.
Okay.
It's ranked off endurance, strength, power, speed, agility, flexibility, nerve, which is the ability to overcome fear, durability, hand-eye coordination, and analytic aptitude. That is the ability to evaluate and react appropriately to strategic situations. So it looks like ESPN did their job with this, but I'm going to say the top 10, and here it is. Number 1, boxing. Number 2, ice hockey. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, it's not
Definitely.
bad. Number 3, football, American football. Number 4, American basketball. Number 5, wrestling. Number 6, martial arts. Okay. Number 7, tennis.
No.
Number 8, gymnastics.
No.
Number 9, baseball and softball.
Okay, there you go.
Number 10, European soccer. Number 11, alpine skiing. Number 13, rugby. Number 14, lacrosse. And number 15 is rodeo steer wrestling. Okay, that was the top 10.
Like the dudes that go against the bulls?
I don't...
Like, basically, like, tackle bulls off the horse, like that?
Steer wrestling. I have no idea what steer is.
Sounds like it would be that.
Oh, it's like bulldogging.
Oh.
It's a rodeo event in which a horse-mounted rider chases a steer.
Yeah.
A cow.
Yeah, off the
and
horse.
they jump off the
and
horse
jump off the horse
tackle
and
it. I could see that.
sounds...
Yeah, that's scary.
So, okay, but here's my biggest problem with that, is that I don't know anybody at our school who's watching steer wrestling, like avidly watching steer wrestling.
No, not watching.
Like,
There's a few guys.
Yeah.
There's a few people at our school that actually do that in rodeos and stuff. But I don't think anyone's really like watching it as like a sport to watch for fun, you know?
Okay,
Yeah.
This is the bottom of the list, the least hardest sports, and I don't think this is like
Chess.
There's those like obscure sports, right? Like these sports that no one plays. This is the last 10, okay? I'm going to give these to you. It's out of 60, mind you. Or, sorry, not the last 10, the last 14 or so. I'll give these to
14,
you.
15, yeah.
46 is water skiing. 47 is table tennis. Wrong.
There you go.
Wrong. 48, track and field.
Yeah, there you go.
But like weights, like the shot put or like discus and stuff like that.
Oh, and the javelin.
Or like javelin.
Yeah.
So throwing pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Number 49 is canoe and kayaking.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
50 is horse racing. 51, golf. No.
I'd like to disagree.
Okay, listen, I've played golf.
That's a mentally challenging sport, though.
I've played golf, okay? I get there's retired 55-year-olds with beer guts hanging over their waistbands, all right? I get they're good, but to get good takes years.
Absolutely, I agree.
So does any other sport.
I agree, but you gotta think about like
but way longer than
strength and endurance, the like competition.
I can see, yeah.
It doesn't really take many of those fields.
Okay.
Anyone, honestly, anyone could play golf.
We'll continue. 52 cheerleading.
Okay.
50. They put 52 twice. Roller skating. 54 equestrian. I have no idea what that is.
No idea.
55 archery. 56 is curling. 57's bowling.
There you go.
58 shooting. 59 pool or billiards. Playing pool. And then last but not least, fishing. Technically a sport.
Oh, heck
technically.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. I want to hear your guys' opinion on this, okay? I won't start off. I want to hear you guys go first, though.
I mean,
Do you agree? Do you agree so far with what they're saying? Mason, you're shaking your head.
Oh,
you go
heck
first.
no.
Not really.
I
no.
do not agree.
All right, why? Elaborate.
Boxing, yeah, it's hard, and only a few amount of people can do it. But when it comes down to like just playing the other sports, like I think baseball is easily in that top 5. Like there's only it's one of those sports where only a handful of people can actually do professionally, you know?
Yeah.
It's the same,
I think that's anything.
Yeah.
Any sport.
Yeah, I mean, well, it depends. I mean, you say golf is like the most mentally challenging sport.
Easily.
That top 5 hard sports, they're kind of looking at like a physical perspective of sports.
I agree. I think they're basing all their
sports
rankings off like physical
ability to play the sport.
I don't really think they're taking the mental account into play. Oh yeah, you guys can look at it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to keep it from you guys.
Oh, basketball? No.
So yeah, we can go off.
I mean, there again. Yeah, you have to be like a certain size of human to play the sport. But I don't think it's the most like.
No, I don't think
it's the most physically challenging.
Basketball
sport.
does not, in my opinion, does not deserve to be.
It's
even
not.
In the top
It's
10.
not a mentally challenging sport. It's not a physical type of sport.
I think soccer should be higher. That's just my opinion.
Okay, martial arts. Is this out of 10? Like those numbers?
So this is the rank on the far right. It's ranked. This is the first rank. So this is 15. Oh, sorry. When I read it off, this was the first. This was 15, not 10. My bad, guys. But I read off at the start. I read off the top 15. The top 10 are soccer, basketball.
Are these numbers out of 10?
So these are no, they're not. Oh yes, they are actually. Yeah, they are.
Okay,
out of 10.
for martial arts needing a 5 out of 10 of endurance, that is not true.
No.
You need.
No.
Fighting is super endurance.
Anything that comes to fighting,
yeah,
you do need a lot of endurance to do, like a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. Like wrestling, only having a 6 on endurance.
Personally, think that baseball should be ranked higher than what's it at?
Tennis.
10?
I think tennis does not.
Tennis does not need to be up there. Tennis doesn't have to be up there.
Yeah, tennis. No.
I get it. Baseball and tennis, it could be a layup or a throw up because like it's hand-eye coordination for both. And like I told Carson like at the beginning, is like baseball's only hard because of pitching and hitting.
Yeah.
But you could throw anyone out in the outfield and they could kind of get close to the ball.
Somewhat.
You know what I mean? It is hitting a baseball. I mean, me and Mason know we've played baseball. Is one of the hardest things to ever.
Hardest things to do ever.
Yeah. So I think you're hitting a baseball with a bat that's almost the same width as
round. Yeah, it's a round.
It's a round bat on a round ball.
A round bat against a round ball.
In tennis, you're hitting a flat racket against a round ball.
Yeah.
But I've played tennis and I suck, so I could see how it's challenging. Mm-hmm. But it still baffles me that golf isn't up there, at least in the top 20.
It definitely takes a lot of skill, yeah. And you also have to be able to judge the environment you're in, if it's windy and like the conditions you're under.
Let's break it down a little more. Wow, they have racquetball over.
Okay, hockey being at 17 is not.
Hockey's
no, that's field.
That's field hockey.
Field hockey, no.
How is field? I just don't.
Ice hockey's ice hockey's number 2.
Ice hockey
that's a hard sport.
Yeah, that's like people like die in that sport and get brain injuries all the time.
Oh yeah.
Nordic skiing. Okay, I know what Nordic skiing is. That's like walking. Nordic skiing is not harder than golf.
What is Nordic skiing?
It's like a certain type of ski. It's like a really skinny ski. And there's these. So on regular skis, you have bindings that you step in and you can't move. Mm-hmm. Like your heel doesn't move, your toes don't come up. You're stationary, and you have to like lean to turn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys have skied before, right? Nordic skiing, your heel can come up like this, so you can walk and like kind of skate. It's almost like it's called cross country skiing too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'm totally correct with it, but.
I've heard of it.
I believe that's what it is, and it does not need to be harder than skateboarding, in my opinion, or rowing. Rowing is insanely hard to do. I mean, I get you're with a team.
Where's rowing at?
Isn't that on the bottom?
That's 39th out of
39?
60.
Okay, I was going to say, rowing needed an 8 for endurance is pretty accurate, though.
Just this list is... I mean, yet again, guys, this is ESPN.
Weightlifting. Wait, what's weightlifting at? 44? I mean, I get, it's not.
Yeah, but there's not
difficult.
much.
I wouldn't even call that a sport. Like,
weightlifting?
You are going against other people.
Weightlifting.
I guess powerlifting. Yeah.
Powerlifting.
Okay.
That's probably what they mean by weightlifting.
Yeah, weightlifting is like most people like it takes like 15 to 20 years to make it competitive. Like they're in their late 30s when they're like actually like in their like peak career. Like it takes like 20 years of lifting to actually like it takes time. It probably takes the longest, honestly, out of any of these sports.
To get prepared,
yeah.
I would say so.
To get like fully like 100% prepared. I know there's like young kids out there that are kind of born with that type of like genetic where they don't really have that much fat. They kind of gain muscle pretty easily. They take those types of antibiotics to like help them, and they're like ripped, and they're like competing at like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And they've only been working. I know one of my buddies does it. He's only been working out for a couple years now, and he's like 15, 16 years old. Started competing like 2 years ago. So he kind of, but he was born with like that type of genetic where he just cannot like gain like he does not have any like fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like someone like Eddie Hall, it took him like 15 to 20 years to get the world record deadlift.
Yeah.
You know, like he dedicated his life to that one goal. And
so I think now where we're at, we've evaluated the list, we've looked at it, we've agreed, we've disagreed. Now it's time for us as a group to collectively make our top 5. This is the whole point of this video or podcast, is to make our top 5 as a group. Me personally, I think baseball should be in the top 5.
Sorry, is rugby on there?
Rugby is 13th out of 60.
That should be higher.
Yeah, it should be higher.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a list right here. We're going to make a little document, and we're going to...
I think basketball should be out of there, honestly.
I think so. Yeah. Okay, we'll get to this in a second. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think... what do you guys think of the list so far? Like,
I think they got some things right, some things wrong.
I think they were kind of basing it off of that physical ability.
Yeah, pure physical ability.
When it comes to, if you add a little bit of that mental ability in there, some of those sports should not be on there at all. Basketball takes a little bit mental, but when it comes to like mentally challenging yourself and the team, I don't think it should be on there.
Compared to other sports?
Compared to other sports, yeah. I mean, yeah, you have to use it. I'm not saying you don't have to. You have to use that type of mental ability to kind of play that sport, but I feel like using that mental ability in other sports are way higher, way harder to do.
Okay, number 1. What do you guys think?
So for my list, I'd say number 1, without a doubt, is MMA. 100%. I think that is the hardest sport if you take into all the accountabilities that they brought into. Then number 2, I'd say I would probably give it to hockey. If I'm being honest, hockey is really difficult.
Okay, so I agree with both of those so far. I think MMA, and me personally, Mason, I think that MMA is harder than any
because you're literally
hand coordination,
physically like going against another human being that's could be bigger than you.
And not only do you have to master like at least 2 martial arts, but you have to scary. You have to learn the other ones as well, so you know like what your opponent can do and what to expect.
Okay,
but number 2, ice hockey. Number 3, I'd probably give it to baseball. Number 4.
Okay, this is where it gets wishy-washy for me. I knew my top 3 coming into this, and that was MMA, ice hockey, and baseball. Right now, for me, it's a toss-up between football,
golf,
and golf.
I'd go golf number 4 for you. Honestly.
I think golf is just like
that'd be your list.
There's this cliche of like anyone can do it. No. I mean
anyone can try.
Okay,
obviously anyone can. Anyone that succeeds.
I've already shared my opinion on this, but we need to agree. This is the whole point of this. Is so us as a group, we make a collective list.
Yeah.
If you guys don't think golf, if it's voted 2 out of 1, we don't need golf up there. That's the whole point of this. So
I mean, I've played golf a few times, and I mean, actually, like playing it itself, and getting the like. I mean, it's if you're just playing for fun, like if you're a casual player, it's really not that bad. Like, but if you're a professional player, of course, if you want to go against someone like Tiger Woods.
So
I'd say it's like at least in the top 10.
Let's take this into account, right? If you're going out there and you're playing golf for fun. You're not caring where the ball goes. You're just hitting it. It's not hard.
No, it's
but
not.
If you're trying to hit the ball straight at a tee or whatever it's called,
and get like a birdie,
and get a par or a birdie,
that's hard.
It is.
No, yeah,
so that's what I'm basing it off of, like competitively playing golf and basing it off the fact that
and putting.
If you're trying and you miss a putt, your score keeps going up.
Oh yeah,
and you know what I mean. So I definitely think golf should be in the top 3 or top 5.
You know what? Actually, yeah. Thinking about it, you're trying to get like a tiny ball that's like 1 inch in diameter in a hole that's like 1 inch diameter from like half a mile away.
I can't tell you how many balls I've lost like going to like playing golf. Like
I'm not gonna lie, golf is hard, but putting in golf is probably hard. If you go 10 feet past, like 10 feet away from the hole, wherever you're at, that's hard to putt. Even just 10 feet, 10 easy feet.
I think golf is 4, guys. I think golf.
We'll put golf at 4.
Or if we want to lower it once we find the next sport.
I feel like there might be something that's harder.
A little harder than
golf.
Yeah.
So I would put it personally in 5, but we can keep talking and see.
So here's the top 10 still. We still have soccer, baseball. Oh, we already said baseball. Gymnastics, tennis, wrestling, which I think wrestling and martial arts can be in one thing.
Yeah.
And it's relatively the same way.
Wrestling, it's like not the same as MMA because wrestling is like one. It's like if you were going into MMA but with only one martial art. Wrestling is its own thing.
So I don't think wrestling should be up there then.
No.
Okay, and
it's
then
hard, but it's not like
basketball, which
basketball should not be
is gone.
No.
Football, American football.
That's hard. But
I don't think it's top 5.
It's not the hardest, honestly.
I don't think American football or rugby should be in the top 5. No. That's my opinion.
It's hard, but it's not.
Me and Mason agree.
Rugby. I mean,
you played rugby, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
But you have to be like a specific build for that.
Yeah, you have to be big and broad.
Yeah, I don't know if
you don't see too many skinny guys out there tossing the rugby ball around.
Yeah, but although if you like, let's say someone is that build, I don't know if it's that hard to like get good at. It's kind of like the same as football.
Yeah.
Guys,
I mean, no, it's hard, but like not hard relatively.
Guys, you know what I think number 5 is?
What?
Fishing.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
I thought.
I just had to make it kind of funny.
You're trying to catch like a great white, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so we still have. I mean, you guys read the other sports. I don't see another sport that can beat out rugby or football. That's just my opinion. Maybe steer wrestling, but I don't know anything about it.
Gymnastics.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, gymnastics is pretty dangerous.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of see something right now.
What?
Surfing. I don't know, dude.
I don't know if you're onto something.
Maybe professional surfing, dude. Just trying to jump on a board is hard to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's top 5.
Know.
I think it's very difficult. I've tried it before. It's hard.
Difficult.
It is. It's not easy, but I don't think it's top 5.
Yeah, I don't think it's top 5 either.
We still have. There's skateboarding up there, which I've tried skateboarding and I can't even get like.
It's hard.
I mean, I've done it.
I've
done skateboarding. I don't think it. No, it's not top 5.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to name off stuff that we still have. We still have fencing, table tennis, American football, rugby, and in my opinion, right now, it's between rugby and American football. That's just me.
I mean.
Or we still have boxing, but I don't know.
Okay, I didn't even notice. Why is basketball number 4 on this list? That does not.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah. But, I mean, honestly, gymnastics is really difficult. Like, that takes years. I mean, I guess every sport takes years. But that, you got to, like, learn
some
to
of
do,
these
like,
some of these takes, like, specific type of people. When you look at kind of, like, when I look at baseball, anyone can play the sport. Anyone.
Wait, we don't have baseball up there, huh?
No, we had it at our number 3.
Oh, okay, we did. I was about to say.
My explanation on baseball is that any person out there can play baseball. You can pick anyone out of a school, out of the street. They can play baseball. Anyone can. But it's just that's why it's so difficult is that only a few people can actually succeed. Mm-hmm. Anyone can play.
Well, I feel like anyone can do any sport, but to be good at it is extremely difficult.
You know what?
If you think about basketball, you have to be above like 6'3". You have to be kind of
saying, Carson?
big.
I think I'm going to give number 5 to gymnastics. Because like if you think about it,
I cannot believe that, bro.
I mean, have you?
Not over football. Dude.
You know what they do? Okay, because here's why. Let me explain why.
I can do flips. I can do the
bar. You get me on a trampoline.
You're telling me that you're gonna put gymnastics.
Let me explain why.
Over American football.
Over football.
Let me explain why. Hear me? Okay, just hear out my reasoning. Because, okay, you only have a certain amount of time before you lose that flexibility. So, like, what? You can only do gymnastics till, like, what, 30? And then in that time frame, you have to learn, like, hundreds of different maneuvers and, like, be able to do, like, 5 somersaults and land back and grab onto a pole and, then jump off it again and land, like, doing a handstand.
Or you can lose that flexibility trying to block a 6'4", 300-pound defensive end.
But take this into account.
But I definitely think gymnastics takes more skill, though.
Take this into account. You said, okay, you only have so long before you lose your flexibility. Right? Yeah. You lose your strength. You have so long in football before you get CTE and you're out for the rest of your career.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, look at Antonio Brown, for example. I mean, we have to hurry up, but Antonio Brown, he played for the Steelers. He was a really good wide receiver. He lost his mind, and that's CTE. CTE does that to people. It makes people go crazy. But we'll talk. That's another thing. But I think, Mason, would you agree with me that American football is 5?
I'd say number 5.
Okay. Really? Okay.
I think we rule out Carson, but Carson, I'll let you.
I think gymnastics is worthy of being at least an honorable mention.
Okay, Carson's honorable mention. Is
put surfing on there too.
No.
Dang it.
Gymnastics is our number 6 / honorable mention. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the Viking Voice podcast or listening, I guess. This was sorry we went pretty long, but our top 5 sports: MMA. Ice hockey.
Yep.
Baseball.
Yep.
Golf. American football. And Carson's honorable mention.
Gymnastics.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.